What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today is a special day because your boy is finally back on YouTube. And not only am I back on YouTube, but I'm back to creating reseller related content for you guys. I know the last upload was well over 300 days ago. It's probably like 380 something days ago that I uploaded a podcast episode, and at that particular time I was kind of drifting away from the reseller content only because I wanted to change a pace. But I realized that something that has been super consistent for me, especially over the last 8 years, it'll actually be 8 years in February, I've been reselling nonstop. Reselling has been the vehicle that allowed me to become an entrepreneur, create my own businesses, just become much more business savvy. And not only that, since starting my reselling business, I've had 2 children. I had my daughter Sage, and I remember talking to you guys about that whole experience, and that after having my daughter, I kind of wanted to go more into, fatherhood related content. That's why I created the podcast. And I recorded a few episodes, fell off, and then I ended up having a son, and he's Akil Jr. And just this entire experience, through the ups and the downs, I've still been reselling nonstop. And it's been, like I said before, it's been the vehicle that I've been using to be a very present and just super active, super involved father. And it's one of those things that I realized, although I wanted to kind of go away from reselling content, it's just been calling me. More recently, over the past maybe 2 or 3 weeks, it's been kind of tugging at me. And some of my friends that are into YouTube as well, shout out my homie Derek, ATL Flippers. He's been kind of pushing me to get back on YouTube. He's been telling me the streets miss you, bro. The streets want to hear more about, the business. They want to hear about, your new strategies and stuff like that. And, with his encouragement, my wife's encouragement, your boy is back on YouTube. So just to give you guys somewhat of a life update, like I said, I had my daughter when I first was getting the urge to kind of pull back on making content. She's almost 3 years old now. I just had my son. He's about 6 months at this point. So throughout all of this, like I said, it's going to be 8 years in February since I've been reselling. My sole focus right now is still on eBay. I list on Poshmark. I just don't source as much clothing as I used to. I'm in Arizona, so it's not a very super fashionable area, that the part of Arizona that I live in. Maybe if I lived in Tempe, closer to ASU, or even Scottsdale, where just way more fashionable people live, I'll probably come across more pieces when I'm in the thrifts. But in my area, it's definitely not a very fashion forward city. And at the end of the day, you got to remember, it's Arizona. Right now, it's pretty cool outside. It's 40, 50 degrees. We're in the thick of winter right now, but majority of the year, it's 105 degrees all year round. So everybody's pretty much wearing t-shirts and shorts. So every once in a while I come across on a nice jacket or a dope pair of shoes. That's pretty consistent in my stores. But for the most part, I've just been listing a ton of electronics, vintage electronics, camera gear, audio equipment, VCRs, just video game, just a ton of electronics. So my store has shifted quite a bit since the moniker The Dapper Advisor has started. I really was just primarily listing men's clothing, men's shirts, shoes, dress shirts, suits, ties, those type of stuff. But every time I've moved to a different city, I literally had to make a pivot. And I think making pivots is the story of my life. Every time different stage, different phase of my life has come, I've always met some type of crossroad that I had to make a pivot, and this is me making a new pivot here now, just kind of reintroducing myself back into the reseller community, back to making reseller content, just so I can kind of be a resource again, because I really did enjoy being a resource for a lot of you guys that had a ton of questions. You guys would drop some questions in my comments, or you might even reach out to me on IG, and I kind of was just ignoring a lot of it, ignoring the comments. I didn't even feel like going on YouTube because I knew it's been a really long time since I uploaded, and I didn't want to look at some comments or trying to get me back engaged when I know I really wasn't feeling it. So like I said, it's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of moments where I wasn't feeling as motivated, moments where I wasn't feeling as inspired, moments when I was just feeling okay, I'm a dad now, this is a brand new experience, let me just buckle down and just try to figure out what it is that I'm going to be doing here. But I kind of got my bearings underneath me now. I got a nice little system going, and I don't want to make any promises. I don't want to set any insane standards for myself because I'm really good at doing that. But what I really do want to do is just be, consistent again here on YouTube. Share my journey, start documenting my journey in terms of reselling. And like I said before, just being more of a resource for you guys to kind of help people navigate eBay, Poshmark, and some of these other selling platforms that we have out here. Only because I know in this particular time in the world, in this economy, people are struggling, and a lot of people tend to kind of jump into reselling, see that we can make some money here. They kind of jump right back out, and they jump out because they need help, they need assistance. A ton of people are out on YouTube, making some dope content, but at the end of the day, I know I was an important voice, and Derek constantly will tell me, like, bro, you one of the few black people on YouTube that really like push the content and really help people out, are a really good resource. And I kind of miss being helpful, being useful in that type of way. I know I'm an amazing father. I try my best to be an amazing husband every day, but I feel like that was something that was missing for me just to get back on YouTube. So your boy is back. Like I said, I'm selling a lot of electronics now, still doing a lot of shoes, but not so much clothes. So stay tuned, because I'm gonna start doing probably doing some more trip to the thrifts. Not as much of those, but I will start sharing some some tips and tricks in terms of how I navigate eBay, because eBay has consistently, one thing for sure, over these 8 years since I've been a full-time reseller, eBay has consistently changed. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse, but you just find a way to kind of navigate those waves, because business as a whole for me has been just about navigating the different waves, navigating the different the ups, the downs, the high times, the low times. So I just want to be a resource, want to be as helpful as possible, and provide as much value to you guys as possible. So drop a comment, let me know what type of videos you guys want to see. I just wanted to start it off fresh, give you guys a life update, let you guys know what I've been up to. Really just been locking in with the family. I've just been focused with the family, making sure that foundation is strong, making sure that my wife and I are on the same page, making sure that I'm as active and involved with my kids as I can be. And it's been tough. It's definitely been tough, just trying to keep the business afloat, trying to figure out if I want to focus on growth or figure out if I want to just maintain some stability. And the last few months has been a super busy season for me, and now Q1 is usually pretty slow on eBay. People are making a ton of returns, they're trying to get some money back, everybody's kind of like settling down again. So for me, I'm just, with this kind of downtime that I'm going to be experiencing, I'm going to try to create some content for you guys and be as valuable as possible. So like I said, drop a comment, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.